Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
How you going? It's cold here again today, so I'm all rugged up, guys. Okay, let me have a look. There's a lot coming out right now. I think Biden's about to get in big trouble. Okay, let me share the screen with you guys. I'll say hello. Alex, MJ. How you going, guys? Looks like there's not many of us today, but that's okay. I'm a Black Patriot said, boy, if this isn't enough to compel us to draw closer to Christ, nothing will be. God is not going to tolerate this much longer. There are so many examples in Scripture where God leveled nations because of their vile, immoral behaviour. Pray for America. It's in response to Juanita Broderick, who said, we're in some dark, evil days. Take care of and protect your kids like never before, because these perverts are after this generation. If you are parents who took your kids to view this degenerate stuff, shame on you. We have more of them. Nobody wants to see this, really? Seriously? No one wants to see it. Keep it at home for when, when you're getting in the bath and out of the, my God, or even walk around naked at home. I don't care, but just don't do it in the streets. Gain and Fauci said, breaking, General Mark Milley wanted to attack Iran and blame it on Donald Trump. This was exclusively obtained by CNN. So Mark Milley wanted to... we know Mark Milley's not a good guy. Okay, and this. Now, I don't know if this is true. It's mainstream media are reporting this, so it makes me think there's more to this story. And I already thought there was more to this story years ago. Daisy May 4263 said new developments in the case of missing boy William Tyrell as police prepare to charge his foster mum with murder. I remember this little child, and it reminds me of my grandson. And it's really... he went missing many years ago. Was it 10 or more years ago now? Cops recommend William Tyrell's foster mum be charged. New South Wales police handed brief of evidence to prosecutors. The little boy went missing on September the 12th, 2014. Now, I don't know. Is this covering up something else? The foster mother of missing boy William Tyrell may face charges over his disappearance, it can be revealed, with police handing a brief of evidence to prosecutors. Depends on what the evidence is. The 58-year-old woman, who cannot be named for legal reasons, has been under intense scrutiny from New South Wales police over the past 12 months, some 9 years after the little boy first went missing. 9 News reported that Detectives now believe they have enough evidence to charge the foster mother with 2 offences: perverting the course of justice and interfering with corpse. The charges are believed to relate to a theory police have been investigating since 2021, that William may have fallen from a balcony at his foster grandmother's home and that the foster mother then went on to cover it up. Any decision on whether to proceed with charges being laid is up to the Director of Public Prosecutions. No charges have so far been laid against the foster mother, which is an important sentence. Daily Mail Australia is not suggesting the woman is guilty of a role in William's disappearance. The 3-year-old dressed in a Spider-Man outfit vanished while playing in the garden of his foster grandmother's home in small New South Wales mid-north coast town of Kendall shortly before 10:30 a.m. on September the 12th, 2014. Within hours, hundreds of local residents and emergency service workers searched bushland for William, but no trace was ever found. This little kid. My heart breaks for him, honestly. Whatever happened to him? A coronial inquest ran hearings into William's disappearance from March 2019 to October 2020, but the matter went behind closed doors as police explored other avenues of inquiry. Several locals, identified persons of interest, have been definitively ruled out as suspects. So you need the information to be able to look into it. Detectives cited new evidence that shone a spotlight on William's foster mother as the reason behind the delay. William's foster mother and father have always denied having any knowledge about what happened to the little boy. The fresh development comes just one day after what would be William's 12th birthday. In a statement on Monday, New South Wales Police wrote that the determination of Strike Force detectives has never wavered as they continue to meticulously explore and exhaust every line of inquiry. As another of William Tyrell's birthday comes and goes on what should be a happy occasion, the New South Wales Police Force continues to actively and vigorously search for answers into his disappearance. So that was the balcony. Is that what they're talking about? That's a pretty big drop. The house where William Tyrell spent final hours before going missing. I don't know. I thought for sure maybe trafficking. The baffling missing persons investigation remains one of Australia's most high-profile cold cases. Late last year, it was revealed that New South Wales Crime Commission had grilled William Tyrell's foster mother behind closed doors, putting to her that she may have hid the toddler's body after the body fell from the veranda of the Kendall home. This article's written pretty badly. Extraordinary details emerged in a Sydney court about how New South Wales Crime Commissioner Michael Barnes and counsel assisting Sophie Callan piled pressure onto the then 58-year-old in closed-door hearings last November. The grilling was detailed during a New South Wales local court hearing into charges that the foster mother had lied to the New South Wales Crime Commission, which were later dismissed by a magistrate. I honestly think they're trying to cover up something. The foster mother had faced court to fight a charge she gave false or misleading evidence to the Crime Commission, with a senior detective telling the court he believed the foster mother knows where William Tyrell is. The court heard police told the foster mother, "We know why, we know how." William disappeared and his body was disposed of. Why don't they produce the body? How do they know why and how? I want more details. The court heard that the foster mother repeatedly denied the accusations about William. She challenged investigators to dig up the area where they claimed the 3-year-old remains were buried. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions and New South Wales Police declined to comment. The investigation continues. It's very suspect to me. Didn't want to go back to that. Didn't want to see that twice. Laurie Kay said, "I think Antifa was created by the FBI. Do you?" I actually do. I really do. Really, really do. Natalie Denise said, "Former FBI agent attorney John Magri was recently arraigned on multiple charges related to child exploitation." He's a former FBI agent and attorney. Multiple charges related to child exploitation. The charges followed an investigation into the sharing of child abuse materials online linked to an IP address at Magri's residence on Dartmouth Street in Forest Hills. After executing a search warrant, the New York Police Department found over 700 files containing disturbing content, including videos with children as young as 6 years old and younger. Oh my God. The Daily Traffic said former FBI agent John Magri charged with child exploitation in Queens Shore News Network. I think we're going to find a lot of them are involved. That's why they're not investigating the Biden corruption. That's what I believe. Chaos Mima said desperate lies from a desperate man. Ben Brody makes a video claiming it wasn't him. It was just someone that looks like him. Remember those guys wearing the masks, the FBI set up? I've seen more sincerity in Dylan Mulvaney TikTok than I see in this. Patriot Front FBI agent provocateur and crisis actor. Let's have a listen to him. What is he saying?
What's up, guys? My name is Ben Brody, and I wanted to address the false accusations against me. I wanted to first off say that I am not a part of the Patriotic Front as a member, and that people who are claiming I am being confused with someone who looks similar to me. And I've never been to Oregon City for any protest whatsoever. Recently, I've just been so busy in terms of graduation from UC Riverside and stuff like that. I've been in Riverside only. This is just crazy to me. And I graduated on June 21st, and I've just been hanging out with my friends. And then all these accusations are kind of just crazy and incorrect. And, my family and I are just being harassed completely, and I would be more than happy to clear up any confusion if necessary. This is just so ridiculous, and I really just can't believe this is happening to me right now, guys. But yeah.
Well, do you believe him? Gee. Okay, we'll have a look at his picture again shortly. A. Rios said, did you know the FBI wants a new is that supposed to be 0.5 billion new headquarters building? They want it to be bigger than the Pentagon. Democrats are all in, Republicans are opposing it. Why would you give them an even bigger building? Oh, God, that's big enough. Honestly? Do that many people work there? Oh my God. Derek Evans said no one elected the CDC, ATF, FBI, CIA, WHO, WEF, IRS, DHS, EPA, etc. Abolish all of these three-letter agencies, give the power back to the states, local communities, and thus the American people. Yeah, well, I'd take the power away from these people, I'll tell you. Oh, you can include the FDA in there as well. They don't do much. Anything that's been approved by the FDA, I'm starting to question. Jimmy Dawes said even the dumbest guy at CNN knows that Patriot Front are indeed an FBI psyop pretending to be MAGA. It's in response to Adam Kinzinger. All these people, all blue checks, are celebrating a seemingly MAGA assault on federal officers. Is he admitting that they were federal officers? Then he says, now I don't know what this really is, but take a gander at the comments of the patriots who love America. Right? And it's that video that I showed you yesterday. And Clandestine said, so you admit the feds committed false flags and tried to infiltrate MAGA protests, just like J6. Did you mean to walk head first into this one? Because he did. Celebrating a seemingly MAGA assault on federal officers. I think he admitted something there without, realising maybe. Pamela Hensley said, remember when Sidney Powell said there were things on pervert Anthony Weiner's laptop that made seasoned NYPD officers vomit? That's another laptop the FBI sat on and did nothing with. Does anyone remember?
One of the things, if I were the president, I'd do is demand the Anthony Weiner laptop and get it to the most trusted person in the military to take apart everything on it and then start using it. There's a lot that can be prosecuted. I have no doubt on that laptop. In fact, I heard that the New York police officers who saw some of it, even though they're hardened investigators, literally had to go throw up. It's bad. One of the things, if I were the
So there you go. Just letting you know that the Wien laptop is probably just as bad as the Biden one. Dr. Frenza BFD ADHD said both these unmasked Patriot Front people were Antifa/Feds. Patriots Front confirmed as FBI and gay, apparently. I don't know. Have any comments, FBI? This was the guy that we heard speaking. Okay. Looks like the same guy to me. He's a bit freaking out because his mask was taken off. And this is the other guy. Ian Michael Elliott from Atlanta Antifa. James Julius Johnson from WA Nazi Watch. And Ryan Richard Sundberg from No Cara. That was other Patriot Front members recently identified. Here's photos. Looks like the same. Is it the same bloke? Looks like the same bloke to me. But there you go. People have got their faces. Wayne Dupre said anyone using "that's just Joe" over his irresponsible statement on the global stage should also be held in contempt and investigated. If we said something like that publicly, the FBI and CIA would be at our doors at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. And that's in response to Joe Biden saying he gave away his sold state secrets. On stage, he said that in front of a lot of people and cameras. Johnny Midnight said, funny how on January 6th this guy removed a window at the Capitol and blamed someone else, but is not being sought by the FBI. That's because he's part of it. The only ones who were breaking windows were agents, or agent provocateurs, like this guy with the mask on. Like I said, look, MAGA people don't wear masks, okay? Certainly not all black masks, hat with those light tan pants. That's their uniform. Gunther Eagleman says our government is so corrupt they have the FBI dress up as Nazis to stir up a white supremacy narrative that does not exist. They call themselves Patriot Front. And that's what happened here in Australia a few weeks ago when there was the Women's March, I think it was, and the Nazis went out and started doing their thing. They're agents, federal agents, I guarantee you. George Papadopoulos said, breaking, Idaho GOP has voted to abolish the FBI and ban them from the state if it is deemed they cannot be reformed. More states need to do this. Is this how it's going to happen? Idaho GOP has voted to abolish the FBI and ban them from the state if deemed they cannot be reformed. Rep. Jim Jordan said new reports show the FBI validated the Hunter Biden laptop months before the experts claimed it was Russian disinformation. Much like how the FBI knew the Steele dossier was bogus but still pushed for the Carter Page Pfizer. And that was the investigation into Trump. The Russia one. Sounds like Marsha. Sounds like Jan Brady. Jesse Kelly said the FBI is clear and present danger to the United States of America and red states should have removed it from their borders yesterday. They're actively running protection rackets for Democrats and arresting the opposition. Can people not see where this is going? Yeah, they're after us. Trump's in the way, though, and so are the rest of the opposition. And they're showing us what would have happened to us if it had kept on going. Kyle Hunter said, what a terrible, sad and painful thing for me to say, but each US state should evict the FBI from its borders. The sheriffs could execute the eviction. They've destroyed themselves and try to take America down with them. If America ever needed God's blessing, it is now. Tim Poole said, this is exactly it though, they lie about everything. The entire parking lot out front is a skate park with 7-foot quarter, 20-inch wide, 20-foot wide quarter, I don't know, 2 ledges, 2 rails, 3 movable, 3 whatever it is quarters. There is no way to enter the property without seeing the skateboard park because Emma from the Young Turks, I think it is, Emma Vigland, was on Tim Poole the other day. And they made her look absolutely stupid. So dumb. Okay? That she was supporting teaching kids how to use gay dating apps and read those books, you know, that are in schools, and she was all for it. She just had no idea. Anyway, the only thing she could pick on Tim Pool for was she didn't get to see the skating park. But she did, she parked in it. It was the car park, apparently. Now we've got Ice Cube. Let's have a look. What's Ice Cube got to say? It's about 3 minutes long.
Yo, what's cracking? You know what it is. It's your homeboy Ice Cube. And some of you may not have realized that I'm not part of the club. And a lot of you listening to me right here, right now, you're not part of the club either. And what I realized with the club is what makes them so mad is when you don't want to be a part of their fucking club. That pisses them off. What club am I talking about? I'm talking about the club of gatekeepers that we all got to deal with. You know who they are, and they definitely know who they are. A lot of people would be like, what? Who? Come on, man, stop playing. So, ever since I put out the contract with Black America, you know they've been fucking with me. Here and there, this and that. But it's cool, you know. I expect that. You know, I've been working with, you know, on the big three for a long time. And you know how they've been fucking with me with that. I done made it, you know, plain, simple, and clear what they've been doing. You know, the NBA been fucking with us. Now, a lot of people might say, like, well, but Cube, you want to work with the NBA. Really, I don't give a fuck about working with the NBA. What I want them to do, when I say work with us, is to stop working against us. Stop doing that bullshit behind the scenes that we know you're doing. Mainstream.
Nope. Of course it does.
Fucking with me with that. I done made it, you know, plain, simple, and clear what they've been doing. You know, the NBA been fucking with us. Now, a lot of people might say, like, well, but Cube, you want to work with the NBA. Really, I don't give a fuck about working with the NBA. What I want them to do, when I say work with us, is to stop working against us. Stop doing that bullshit behind the scenes that we know you're doing. Mainstream media, you know, they ain't fucking with us. And that's cool. We can do it ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We still on the rise without these motherfuckers. So we don't need them, you don't need them. You know? So what am I going to do to deal with these motherfucking gatekeepers? Well, what I'm going to do is go on a Fuck the Gatekeepers podcast tour. And I'm going to go talk to everybody, you know, and get a chance to get my message out to the people. Be able to let people hear from me, you know. And you know, you might agree, you might not. But the important thing is, you know, for me to go on these platforms, say what I feel about what I think. And, you know, some people may get pissed off because I'm going to talk to everybody. I'm not playing. And it's gonna be a crazy summer. It's gonna be fun. Appreciate y'all. Always support the big three. Hopefully I'm doing stuff that you guys dig. You know, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for people that's bored as fuck in the summer with summer sports and want something cool like the big three. So here we are. Appreciate you. Much love, much respect from your homeboy Ice Cube. Remember that.
I don't know what the big three is, but it sounds interesting. He sounds like he's going to do some interesting things. Hopefully there'll be more people talking about the truth. Luke Radowski said, who released this video? Where is it from? Is it authentic? Because it clearly shows no plane hitting Pentagon, which of course it never did. Stu Peters said, weird how this plane hitting the Pentagon doesn't have any wings. Okay, now it's down the bottom here. I'm going to do it without sound. Can I make it bigger? Hang on. Oh, no sound. It's down the bottom. I've got to move my mouse away. Down the bottom there. I don't know if you can see it, but it just looks like nearly a missile. So this thing down here, I'll just let you see it a bit more. It's just over and over the same thing. Why is footage so blurry when we need to see something important? Look how blurry that is. Readers added context. They thought people might want to know. This video shown is altered and edited. Do you find this helpful? I'll have to go and look at the YouTube video to find out. But I've seen that footage before, a long time ago. Dr. Russell McGregor said Putin and Trump have a back channel, according to Q. US military intelligence set up some naive CIA agents. Prigozhin, I think that's how you say it, then double-crossed these fools. Watch for Himitsu leaving the farm for family reasons. Himitsu? I don't know. There you go. Jason Hinkle said some brief observations about this group of patriotic Russians. No morbidly obese, no trans, no blue hair, no unpatriotic youth, no trashy clothing. Because apparently, for Russia to be losing, it looks like they're having a good time. Apparently. Okay, I can't play the music because, obviously, you know, copyright all day long. But yeah, there's not, wow. Pretty normal people looking pretty normal. No shabbily dressed people. Wow. Yeah, so if they're losing, they're enjoying it. I think they're winning. Tom Fitton said the leaked Trump tape doesn't tell us anything we don't already know. As president, Trump received records as commander-in-chief. Nothing on this tape suggests he wasn't authorised to have the record. The Constitution, various laws and court precedent establishes that the president has unfettered authority to manage records as he sees fit. The court, by the way, should find out who leaked the tape. They are gaslighting us, poking us. I'd say so. Illuminati bot said, how I imagined evil as a child, right? What it actually looks like. Normal faces, well, I don't call this guy normal, or this one, really. I don't call any of them normal, but like normal looking faces. Mr. Burns. Okay, Truth Ninja said it only makes me like Trump more. He's defending himself and calling out that piece of Milley for wanting war with Iran. Milley was going around saying it was Trump who wanted the war, the lying sack of... I mean, therefore I am, said breaking. CNN obtains audio of Donald Trump talking about classified documents in 2021. Let me get this straight. The secret audio of Trump was released shortly after Biden admitted selling state secrets, and Hunter Biden's message about working with his father to coerce payment from the CCP. I got it. So apparently there was a release. I'm not going to play it because it's CNN and they'll probably hit me with a copyright too. But I will retweet it if anyone wants to go and have a closer look. Vision for the Blind said Paul McCartney of the Beatles. Well, okay. The second Paul McCartney, because the first one apparently died way back in the 60s. There's a theory, that's all I'm saying. Paul McCartney of the Beatles showing he is part of the club. Wait for it, the little triangle club that we aren't in. The one that Ice Cube was talking about, I believe. Yeah, there's a conspiracy theory about Paul McCartney that he is not actually, that's the second one. He's a lookalike. The other one died, apparently. Free Spirit Australia said lunacy. Alex Clark said, man furious, a gynecologist won't take time to do a pretend exam on his non-existent vajayjay.
Appointment because I need to be checked. You know, I mean, they got to use a fucking speculum. They've got to take a sample, that type of thing. Check for tears, blah, 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 right? I mean, makes sense. And so what they had said to me is like, well, we don't do that here. And I'm like, but you're a gynecologist.
Why are they doing this to me?
What they had said to me is like, well, we don't do that here. And I'm like, but you're a gynecologist office. Why wouldn't you? Well, we don't treat trans patients. So you're discriminating against me is what you're telling me. You know? My female doctor in Toronto would have taken you in a heartbeat. Damn. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. I am pretty fucking pissed. You know, it's so hard to find a fucking, like, a gynecologist that can, like, even work with me. You know, and I don't understand it. So, I don't know.
Mate, you don't need a gynecologist. You need a specialist doctor that works on trans people. Okay, it's not a normal part of you. So you really have to go and... Gynecologists can't help this person. They can't. Okay? They're normal women's, you know, bits. Sorry. But this person has unnatural bits and needs to, if they do have one, an opening, they need to go and see the trans doctor, not a gynecologist. Gynecologist cannot help you with this.
I don't know. You know, it's.
Do any of you gentlemen want to go out with a very manly looking woman like that? Would anyone actually, I don't know, date them? I don't know, maybe. There's possibly people out there. I mean, who knows? Clandestine said, for those who think Trump shouldn't be POTUS in 2024 because he didn't fully drain the swamp at his first term, allow me to offer some perspective. Do you remember what it was like in 2017? Do you remember how many people were still completely brainwashed by the TV? If Trump arrested deep state actors as soon as he showed up, it would have been chaos, civil war, mass civilian casualties, legitimate threat to NatSec, breakdown of society, etc. At the time, a small percentage of the population even knew about the deep state, let alone believed it was a real thing. I agree with that. Trump and his supporters were mocked relentlessly back then for talking about the deep state. Now it's widely recognised as a reality. A large percentage of Americans believed, the MSM at the time, that Trump conspired with Russia. On top of that, Trump was hamstrung by the Mueller investigation. If Trump went scorched earth on the deep state during this time, it would not have worked. The leftists were already emboldened to riot due to the BLM insanity. It would have been ugly. We were on pace to handle it in Trump's second term when they released C-19 on the world. The biomedical police state was implemented, mail-in ballots were sent out en masse, then Steele happened, and everything changed. However, JB's disastrous term pretty much confirmed Trump was right about everything, and the American people got a quick 4-year dose of full-blown Orwellian totalitarian dystopia. This caused a significant portion of the people to wake up to the realities about corruption and degeneration of society that Trump was talking about. The left, the media, the corporations, all of the elements of the deep state went completely batshit crazy, exposing themselves to the people. Now add the optics of Biden weaponising the DOJ to go after Trump over nothing, and all of a sudden, if Trump went after the deep state in his second term, the public would not only understand it, they'd agree with him. Then add additional layers like that Biden admin and their deep state affiliates are 100% responsible for the war in Ukraine, as they are trying to defend their illegal offshore proxy they created via CIA colour revolution in 2014. funding an army Nazi military forces and dragging the US NATO into World War III with nuclear superpower Russia, and China waiting patiently in the shadows. Why will Trump drain the swamp during his next term? Because the people get it now. They see what he was talking about. They had a front row seat to witness it for the last 7+ years. They had to be shown. They couldn't be told. Trump now has the political ammunition and the global support to do what is necessary and rid the world of the deep state. And equally as important, the deep state have lost control of the narrative because the parabolic takeover of citizen journalism thanks to Elon's introduction of free speech on Twitter. Trump didn't have all this going for him in his first time around. Now, much more of the world is awake, and more of them will continue to wake as World War III and nuclear destruction looms over us all. Trump said it himself. We're in a position to do that now because Pandora's box has been opened. People will say, now we get it. The left are right. If Trump wins 2024, it will be a retribution presidency. There you go. Okay, Clown Down Under said Aussie Biden's priority. Came from Ukraine. There's no confirmation on this one, so hang on. Let's have a look.
Came from
Holy
Ukraine.
fuck, cunt. Oh,
Sorry about the swearing. I didn't do it, but, you know.
fuck, that's a huge plane. Holy. There's two of them.
Came from
Holy
Ukraine.
fuck, cunt.
Sorry, I did it again. I'll let him say it again. No, mate, don't say that. Okay. Anyway, says it came from Ukraine. There's two of them. They're massive. I wonder what they're bringing here. I wonder if they're trying to escape. Because I watched a video yesterday of them getting bombed. Like, can't show it on here. Because people were actually tanks and people and soldiers were... And it wasn't Russia who was getting bombed. Illuminati Bot said, what the F are they doing in Antarctica? Okay, I'm going to have to read this because there's music in the background of this. Hang on, I'm going to have to make it big, turn it down, and send it back to the beginning.
It is not a country. It's called...
Okay. Something evil is waiting for us. They're doing some type of research. It's a no-war zone. And also, whose research facility is down there? A place that is not a country. It's called Rockefeller Foundation. They have their own research facility down there as well. What are they researching? Who are they talking to? You've got to remember Buzz Aldrin from the Apollo missions. He was down there a few years ago, and he said something scared him. Actually made a tweet that said, oh, no, he didn't. Oh, yeah, he did make a tweet, sorry. He said, it's pure evil. That was the tweet. Okay? Buzz Aldrin came back from Antarctica and said it's pure evil, and then the tweet was deleted within a day. Okay? Oh, I've done it again. I did it again. The ultimate evil. Do something that you saw doing. Oh, they were doing. Who were they doing? Communicating with gave him the inkling that we were facing something very evil, and he tweeted that. They then rushed him out of there and made him delete the tweet, but by then millions of people already screenshotted it. Too late. They said, oh, he's just sick. They wanted to shut him up. So there you go. No, he did. He actually did. So that what's it called? Context is BS. More BS. Because he actually did. I remember when it happened, everyone went over to Twitter to see it. Everyone saw it, people got screenshots, and then it disappeared. Lloyd Russell said, past 3 days on Twitter have been interesting on The Voice. I've asked 11 yes voters and 3 ALP politicians to provide one practical example of how The Voice will improve the lives of regional Aboriginal people and communities. Not one response. Been blocked by 9 of the 13 that he asked for proof or practical examples of how it will improve their lifestyles. He got blocked by 9 of the 13 people. That tells you a whole lot. Superflurient said efforts to ban free speech with political buzzwords like hate speech, vilification and disinformation and misinformation are harmful to democracy. Freedom of speech is paramount for any democracy, including the speech they don't like. Did you know Australia is a signatory to this convention? Article 19. Everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. This right includes freedom to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive and impart information and ideas through any media and regardless of frontiers. Article 19, Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Hello, Australian government and the media. Hi. Okay, Ultra MJ Truth said JPMorgan board member and billionaire James Crown has died from a car accident. He was once considered to be in Barack Obama's inner circle. He was appointed by Obama in 2014 to serve on his intelligence advisory board. My thoughts? Sounds like James Crown was taken out. Sounds like JPMorgan is cleaning up some loose ends. They're a criminal syndicate. The list of their criminal behaviour grows. June 2019, ship seized in $1.3 billion cocaine bust is owned by JPMorgan Chase. April 2023, JPMorgan's bombshell Jeffrey Epstein messages revealed. Execs joke about 16-year-old Miley Cyrus and Sugar Daddy. May 2023, the Jeffrey Epstein files, trove of never-before-seen emails and calendars that include JPMorgan execs, as well as big celebrity and political elites. May 2023, former JPMorgan banking chief Jez Staley accused of aggressively attacking a Jeffrey Epstein victim with his permission. May 2023, US Virgin Islands can't find Google founder Larry Page to subpoena him in a lawsuit against JPMorgan Chase for enabling the Epstein's trafficking ring. May 2023, Jeffrey Epstein used US Virgin Islands First Lady to remain unchecked in sex trafficking ring scheme, JPMorgan claims in court filing. June 2023, JPMorgan agrees to pay Epstein's victims $290 million in historic class action lawsuit settlement after it was revealed bank continued to do business with him for years despite labelling him a high-risk client. June 2023, report concluded in 2019 that Epstein regularly gave personal and business advice to former JPMorgan chief Jez Staley, set up meetings with government officials. June 2023, BlackRock JPMorgan set up Reconstruction Bank for Ukraine. June 2023, JPMorgan mistakenly deletes 47 million emails permanently. Routers were 20% mistakenly, 20% and 20% permanently, 20% delete. I don't know how, what, anyway, okay. But there's video, search for the killer, for the poor guy. Yeah, we should call him deep state-sided. Deep-sided? State-sided? I don't know. He said we're supposed to work 40 plus hours a week for 40 years at a job we hate, and to end up here, there has to be more to life. See, I could not imagine my mother somewhere like this. Not much stimulation going on there, is there? Oh dear. You need good conversations with these people, you know? Pauline Hanson said the future. Pauline Hanson's Please Explain. Have you ever made a mistake? Have you ever wished you had the chance to set things right? What would you be willing to do to set things right? Would you be willing to admit you were wrong? These are the questions that Anthony Albanese will be forced to grapple with as he faces the consequences of his actions in this week's episode of Please Explain. It's going to be a cartoon. Will he have the guts to fix the future? You'll just have to tune in to this week's episode to find out. Okay, let's have a look.
Albo, it's time to get up.
Oh, just a minute.
What's going on in there? Oh, I'll be out in a jiffy. Question time's in 10 minutes. What's that smell? Nothing? Oh, Albo, have you the bed? No?
Albo, question time's in 10 minutes. Oh, what's that smell?
He the bed.
Oh.
It's nothing, Penny. Please, just close the door. I need to get dressed. Oh boy, Albo, you've really gotten yourself into a pickle here. There's no time to explain. Come with me. Who are you? I'm you from the future. I've come back to warn you. Warn me about what? You need to see for yourself. Wow, so this is the future. What happened? Nuclear fallout? Climate change? Worse. Us. Is that a playground made out of solar panels? Yep, useless things. We stupidly thought we could power the whole country with them. Had to find some other way to use them. And the wind turbines. So who's in charge around here? The Voice. What? The Voice is just an advisory body. Nope, turned out to be the most powerful thing in the world. Oops. The world? Well, you see, we kept relinquishing power to those international bodies. So there's only one world government now. Is that Klaus Schwab? Yep. You owns nothing. You'll be happy. That is an order. And there's Dan Andrews teaching the new global language. Ni hao. Out of my way, out of my way. Fierce Rat and Band coming through. One banana, please. One banana? That'll be 4.2 million bucks. 4 million bucks for a banana? That's crazy. Nope, that's inflation. We never got it under control. 20, 40, 60, 80. I don't get paid enough for this shit. I'm only on 14 million bucks an hour. Oh, come on, Future Elbow. None of this is my fault. Yes, it is. In our first year as Prime Minister, we the bed. No, we didn't. Elbow, I was there. No. I'm pretty sure it was Morrison. All you have to do is admit it. Get in there with some Omo and some Nuppy Sam Plus and clean up your mess. The future depends on it. Oh, all right, fine. I'll go back. Take me to 2023. Huh? It's not working. Oh, yeah, we're on electricity rations now because you shut down the coal industry. Oh, great. So I'm stuck here in the future that I ruined. What year is it anyway? 2025. Oh, this is embarrassing. Play the theme tune.
Authorised by Pauline Hanson, by D. Huxham for Pauline Hanson's One Nation Brisbane. Spoken by M. Nicholson. I like those cartoons, they're pretty good. She just shows you what the truth is through a cartoon. Malcolm Roberts said, what do you think? Thank you, Tabita. Life hacks for 2023. Okay, get this, hang on, if I can click on it. If Bill Gates is involved, avoid it. If the news says it's good for you, it's not. If Klaus says you'll be happy, you won't. If the FDA says it's safe, it's probably not. If you're being silenced, it's because you're sharing the truth. Yep. That's why I've been deleted twice. Rosetta Diaz said Vic Poll members have confirmed they'll receive an extra $1,300 per year for changing their HR profile to be gender neutral. Money for jam while you struggle to pay your electricity, mortgage and food bill. Look at the upside down pentagram. Okay. Angry Aussie Loves Australia said disgusting elbow. Joni Handsome said in the West Australian this morning. $15,000 grant to push yes. For the Voice. Community groups will be able to secure up to $15,000 to stage pro-voice events as the Yes Camp ramps up its grassroots campaign for the referendum. Paying. Yes23 will today launch a new fund that offers one-off grants of between $1,000 and $15,000 for community events spreading the Voice message. So now you can see why people are doing this. It has amassed a volunteer army of almost 10,000 and secured support of more than 500 organisations, including major sporting codes. Of course they have. Okay. Oh, where did I go? I've just completely clicked out of it. Now I've got to find my way back, which is not easy. Oh, shivers. Come on. Shiver me timbers. That I was way down the line. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys. Wow, we're really far down the line, aren't we? It should be wrapping up soon. Yep, Paul McCartney, we saw that. We saw him. We saw them. We saw him. Oh my goodness. How far down was it? Okay, we're getting close. There we go. We're getting close. Sorry, guys. Okay. Hello Possum said apparently if you want to build a home at Crystal Springs in Queensland, you now have to pay $160 an hour for people to come onto your property and dig for Aboriginal artefacts first. The council are not saying what transpires if they find something. Welcome to the new world. Okay, so these people who come in and you have to pay $160 an hour to dig for Aboriginal artefacts, mate, they could be sitting there with a bloody spoon, taking their sweet time. 160 an hour. Wow. Baron of Burleigh said, I believe Albo and Jimmy Chalmers were sent by God. And this guy says, really? Did he run out of locusts and pestilence? Because that's what they are. Oh, this is interesting. Agent 1, I don't even know how much of this I can tell you. 131711, man discovers the handy book Heroes List matches names of lottery winners. Was it their payoff? And he actually goes through and he goes to the people, the civilians, and then he goes to and finds out that a lot of them have won the lotto. Okay, I think there's music in the background of this, so I can't exactly play this. But he does find them that they won the lotto. One before it happened and the rest after. Does that not seem a bit too coincidental to you? Because it sure does to me. It looks like a payoff. Anyway, what I'm going to do is retweet this for anyone who wants to see. Where is it? Oh, not again. I've done it. Hang on, guys. I'm not going to put you through that again. I've done it again. I clicked out of it, and now I've got to scroll down, 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 down. Goodness me. Can I not just stay in my bookmarks? I'm getting close. Hang on. Once I get there, I'll flick back onto the screen, but... Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to like and share that handy book one on Twitter. Okay, so if anyone wants to go and have a look at it. List of names who were awarded for their heroic actions during the handy book. Okay? Very interesting. I would recommend everyone go and have a look at it. DOQ said, why would Trump repeat this over and over? He's told us what's been going on from the beginning. Are you ready for this? Listen to what he says.
I was the perfect person. I was like central casting.
Central, hey, you know what? And he's central casting. Look at that guy, central casting.
And these are central casting. If I'm doing a movie, I pick you, General.
Central casting.
Very impressive. Oh, you're central casting. Look at this guy.
This man's central casting. I watch him all the time. Central casting. He's a real talent, a real guy, and he is central casting. Do we agree? Central casting.
They're central casting, the red suspenders, handsome.
Are we watching a movie?
Beautiful, smart. You couldn't get better central casting.
He is great in every way, and he's central casting. I mean, this is a man that was born for the position.
Though he was central casting like the perfect Supreme Court judge. These guys are central casting. There's nobody in Hollywood that looks like these people. And they're central casting. I've never seen a group of people like this. Everyone's in perfect shape. My friend, central casting. I always call him central casting.
Okay, now this goes on for 2 minutes, 20 seconds. What do you think he's trying to say? Sorry, my hand went dead. Oh, it cracked. What do you think he's trying to say? Central casting. He keeps saying it over and over and over again. Are we watching a movie? Sarah Fields said if straight people danced around naked in public, they would have been arrested instantly for indecent exposure. But because it's a pride parade, they were allowed to dance naked in front of children. Congratulations, you're the most privileged minority group in our history. Oh, pardon me. Sorry, that actually came out. In our history. Excuse me. It is not homophobic to say that pride is more about degeneracy and sexual activity than it is about love and acceptance. Oh my goodness. How embarrassment. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I have stomach problems, so every now and then a burp will slip out or something, you know. I try not to. John O'Brien for Victorians said Thomas Mayo's heritage, father from Borneo and the Philippines, Mother is Polish and Jewish. What part of this makes him ATSI? Effing fraud. In the US, to be declared American Indian, a DNA test must be taken. Australia needs to do this as well. We then need to determine what percent cut-off for people claiming Aboriginality, which I agree with. Melinda Richards says, this is an unusual looking... It's not a contrail, love. They disappear very quickly. The air must have changed suddenly. It's a chemtrail. Okay? Contrails will disappear seconds after the plane has passed. A chemtrail will stay in the sky and you can watch it just fan out and make murky skies. And I believe that all he did was turn it off. But I think what Melinda Richards is trying to do is show people there are differences between contrails and chemtrails. Okay? Without saying it. He turned it off. And this is an unusual looking contrail. The air must have changed suddenly. Good on her. She's trying to wake people up without actually, saying too much. Nasty One Reborn said the biggest spreader of disinformation in Australia is the government, politicians and Australian journalists. So I hope Elon Musk removes all these from his site and he should be okay and free from fines. Because Musk's Twitter faces millions in fines after new disinformation laws released in Australia. It's not going to stop anyone from doing anything. Hello? Oh, we already watched the US government go through that, and then people hit back, and where is it now? They're still trying to do it, but where is it really? The Ministry of Truth. Old Soldier said this legislation actually means the government will always be right. Any criticism will be misinformation. Any opinion will be disinformation. We will have a controlled media, a totalitarian state. Dear leaders, word will be law. Vote this bill down. Never elect the ALP again. Communications legislation amendment combating misinformation and disinformation. Look, when they say that, honestly, he's right. All they want to do is shut people with different opinions up. Okay. Meanwhile, in Melbourne, a $110 million package for Ukraine. Lovely, isn't it? And I know you and the US are facing exactly the same thing, and possibly the UK, and possibly everywhere else. God, help us. The opinionated black woman said we got duped by the effing media again. Okay, let's have a look.
The Titan. All week I've been fascinated with this story.
I don't know if I can play this either with music in the background. Let me see if I can read it. Billionaire trapped in the bottom of the sea in search of the Titanic. It'll take 6 hours to get there and only 8 hours of oxygen. How does that work out? Hang on, how do you get back? If it takes 6 hours to get there and 6 hours to get back, that's 12 hours and you've only got 8 hours of oxygen? That doesn't make any sense at all. Suspense. Will they live? Will they die? Duped by the effing media. Again. Monday, the Titan is missing. Tuesday, there's a banging sound. Wednesday, they're running out of air. Thursday, oh no, we found the wreckage. Oh, come on, man. Okay, I've got to try and do this again. Let me see.
Of the sea in search.
Oh my God. Oh no, we found the wreckage. But the entire time, they knew it was BS. US Navy knew the sub already blew up on Sunday, but they distracted us again to hide the news cycle. What happened this week? Let's do a quick recap on what you missed. JPMorgan and Jeffrey Epstein emails were released, and now they have just mistakenly deleted 47 million emails, which I've read. Joe Biden's undergoing impeachment at the House at least, trying the Pentagon fat-fingered $6 billion to Ukraine. Hunter Biden gets a slap on the wrist. FBI whistleblowers are going missing. Some people are dying. John Durham in his congressional hearing this week regarding the Russia hoax. But I was so busy wondering about the billionaires who decided to go boating in a submersible soda can. Do you see how it works? There was a reason why I never even reported on the sub. Jack Pozo said, media, Russia's about to collapse. Russia? That's what that was all about. Okay. So apparently, yeah, Russia's about to collapse, but look at them go. They're happy. I think they know something we don't know. Anna Navarro, the Hunter Biden scandal is the story of a father's love. Oh my God, could she be any more reaching? Let's have a listen.
The Hunter Biden story, the scandal, the this, the that, it's also the story of a father's love. And Joe Biden has never and will never give up on his son Hunter, and will never treat him lesser than. And so he is a father first. Take it or leave it. The Hunter Biden story, the scandal, the this, the that.
She's trying to play down that it's so corrupt, it's not funny. Monsoon X said terms that have lost all currency. Bigot, racist, transphobe, Nazi. What would you add to the list? Yep, they all have. I don't care what anyone calls me anymore. Truthseeker with the little clowny face here. Now watch this rubbish. Is this, what's the name? Victoria, Beckham? Okay, watch. Hang on, gotta make it big. Ready? From the beginning, just watch what happens. Checking herself out in the window. Get the bag right, get the bag right. Make sure you're right. Ready?
Thank you, Victoria.
I don't know, I don't think I'd like that life. That's all for one little walk, so they could get pictures of her walking. Oh my God, how shallow are these people? Clown World. Oh, this was interesting. I don't know why, what happened here, but anyway, let's have a look.
What the fuck?
Oh.
What? What the fuck? What the fuck? Charges now. What the?
Sorry, I was laughing at the guy. Oh, bloody hell. I was laughing at the guy, going, what the? I don't know why that happened. There's no context. I wonder what happened before that. She was pretty angry by the look of it. He said cops knocked down her door, handcuffed her naked, raided her home, didn't even have the decency to cover her up, and it was the wrong house. Imagine. Imagine how you'd feel. They're getting the paperwork. No, you don't break into the house until you got the paperwork, mate. Oh my God. It's not right. No, it's not right. She doesn't even know what's going on. They said they're getting the paperwork. They haven't got it yet. You kick my door in and take pictures of stuff? Get out of the way and we'll speak to you. What's going on, okay? I'll hold this for you, okay? What the fuck? They don't even look like police. I'd be ringing the police saying, what's going on? There's people breaking in my door. And then if it is the police, then you find out. How can I relax if this is going on? You keep saying in a minute. You guys are kicking my drawing? Okay, you keep saying in a moment. Tell me what's going on. It's a pretty sad jacket. Look at all the, like it's really, I don't know. Wow. I don't know. What would you do? I'd be ringing the police. I'd be ringing emergency and saying people are breaking in my door. You got the wrong house. Now what do? No one else lives here. I have a son who does not live here. I live here, guys. Everybody this way. Let's get a photograph of this. We're going to move it in. Oh my God, this cannot be right. How is this legal? Me and Cruz, I guess, make sure we got all. How can they do this? How wrong is that? Wrong house, mate. Wow. Correct, they got the wrong house. Who is it you're looking for? 4 years and nobody lives here but me, okay? I don't have to shout. This is effing ridiculous. You got me in here because I'm naked. You kicked my house in, and I can't tell you got the wrong place. Okay, ma'am. No, I don't want to hear it. Let me call a lawyer. Let me call somebody. No, you need someone to let me call someone right now. This is not okay. No, because you got the wrong house. Oh. Well, that's lovely now, isn't it? There should be some kind of comeback for that. Okay, Pauline Hanson said, last week I called for the Senate to inquire into the following. A, whether children are being rushed into gender reassignment treatment, as has been suggested by University of Queensland law professor Patrick Parkinson. Whether psychiatrists such as Dr. Gillian Spencer, a senior staff specialist in the Queensland Children's Hospital Consultation Liaison Psychiatry team, who questioned the use of puberty blockers without an appropriate mental health assessment, are being silenced. Whether children are being overdiagnosed with gender dysphoria without proper consultation or mental health assessment. Whether Australia should follow the United Kingdom and many European countries in adopting a more cautious approach to the prescription of puberty blocking drugs amid concerns the evidence base for their efficacy is lacking. Whether the Commonwealth should take a greater oversight and regulatory role in the prescription of puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones to children, following the admission from the federal government that it has no idea how widely the drugs are being prescribed off-label for gender dysphoria. Debate on this referral will resume when Parliament returns after the winter break, where it will then be put to a vote. Concerned parents contact my office about this every week, and I believe there is strong evidence to back up their concerns as to how this issue is being handled in Australia. A growing chorus of experts in Australia are speaking out against it, at great risk to their jobs and reputation, and are revealing the harm it causes to children. A growing number of Australian parents are feeling completely powerless against it. A growing chorus of experts overseas are warning of its consequences. Countries held by the Australian left to be progressive like Sweden and Finland are restricting it. After a broad inquiry which found little evidence supporting it, the United Kingdom has virtually stopped it. The rapid increase in Australian children being prescribed puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones to treat gender dysphoria deserves a comprehensive inquiry by this Parliament. Last year, a Freedom of Information request revealed the alarming increase in this phenomenon. It revealed a tenfold increase in Australian children enrolled in public adolescent gender clinics from 2014 to 2021. It was revealed more than a sevenfold increase in adolescents receiving cross-sex hormone treatments over the same period. And of greatest concern, it reveals a more than 100-fold increase in children being prescribed puberty blockers. They were just the public figures. The numbers are certainly much higher when children being treated by GPs and private clinics are included. This controversy has been raised recently by Queensland paediatrician Dr. Dylan Wilson, who's called for an immediate halt to these treatments by Queensland Children's Gender Service. My stomach's growling. He's called for an independent investigation into the process of diagnosis and treatment at the clinic. In a letter to the Chief Executive of Children's Health Queensland, Dr. Wilson noted the evolution of the treatment of gender questioning children over the last 3 years has been exponential. He said that despite these developments, the service continues to operate the same manner it has always done, with little or no regard for the evolution of information in the area of clinical practice. He said that in doing so, the service was conducting poor quality medicine lacking evidence base that is causing harm to children. Just sit back and absorb that for a moment. A leading paediatrician is saying these treatments are harming children. This man is not an idealist, a politician or a media commentator. He's an expert on children's health. He has said, and I quote, "There is no evidence of benefit for the use of puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones for gender-questioning children, and there never has been." The Queensland Children's Gender Service has almost 1,000 kids on its books and has the nation's highest rates of cross-sex hormone prescriptions. These are being given to children as young as 14 despite conclusive clinical evidence they cause permanent, long-term health impacts such as osteoporosis, impaired fertility and sexual function, negative impacts on brain development, and increased risks of hypertension, cardiovascular disease, obesity, high cholesterol, and diabetes. I also refer to an article published this month in the Australian newspaper by Professor Patrick Parkinson. Professor Parkinson is an emeritus professor of law at the University of Queensland and former chair of the Family Law Council. He's called this rapid rise of so-called gender-affirming care a public health crisis caused not by disease but by social contagion. He noted that anyone who raises concern about this issue is shouted down and vilified. He's absolutely right, because that's exactly what happened to me when I raised this matter in the Senate last year. He notes that it's true a very small number of people genuinely suffer gender dysphoria, which is resolved only with cross-sex hormones and risky surgery. He also noted that this fact has been seized and used to build an intricate web of lies and falsehoods, such as the disproven notion that there are more than two genders, that it's possible to change sex or be non-binary, and that every child has an innate gender identity that awaits discovery. It is this web of lies that effectively forms the basis for the so-called gender affirmation approach that is followed by children's gender clinics across Australia. It's nonsense, and it's not supported by scientific or clinical evidence. Professor Parkinson also noted that politicians have embraced this new faith without evidence. The usual suspects in Labor, the Greens and the Coalition proved that last year in rejecting my motion for an inquiry. Politicians in this country have actually passed laws supporting this new faith, effectively criminalising any other approach to supporting vulnerable children and even preventing parents from trying to help their own children in other ways. As the professor pointed out, fashionable but unsupported ideas about gender don't really matter if they do no harm. But this is causing harm. Children are being harmed and families are being torn apart. Earlier this year I met with some mothers who'd gone through this with their children. It's been a wrenching, traumatic process for all of them. They've seen their children influenced by teachers, their peers, social media, into believing all their problems will be solved by switching genders. This gender-affirming ideology has all the hallmarks of a crazy cult capturing impressionable minds, isolating them from their families and ultimately destroying their lives. One mother's tale bears repeating. She took her young teenage daughter's gender questioning very seriously, sought all the psychiatric and psychological help she could. These experts couldn't compete with the indoctrination this poor child was getting in her classes, in the schoolyard and on the internet. The girl, aged only 14, decided she was a boy trapped in a girl's body and demanded gender-affirming treatment. Her mother did all the research she could, consulting with the same experts she asked to help her daughter. Life at home became unbearable as her daughter grew increasingly estranged, as she went under appalling changes to her body thanks to cross-sex hormones. Now 21, this young woman has completed her transition, although she's bound to a lifetime of cross-sex hormone treatments, and she is bitterly unhappy. She is now so depressed about how she looks she only leaves her home a few times a year deeply disguised. Her family has been torn apart. And I ask you, how was she any different from the generations of Australian teenagers who've been depressed or confused as they enter puberty? It's natural, normal. Most people get it. How was she any different from them in seeking the approval of her peers and society at large? From seeking the attention all teenagers need as they approach the daunting prospect of adulthood? She wasn't. The difference was she's part of a generation that's being used to push a political agenda that's supported and promoted by many senators in this chamber. As Professor Parkinson and Dr. Wilson have said, this issue deserves the closest public scrutiny. They've been joined by no less than the National Association of Practicing Psychiatrists in calling for an inquiry. Families which have been caused to suffer by this cult deserve the opportunity to tell their stories. If Labor and their allies oppose this, then they are science deniers. If they oppose this, they are deliberately ignoring experts who know a great deal more about this than you do. If they oppose this, they are telling these Australian families they don't care about their trauma. They will be telling these families they don't care about their children. They will be telling these families they care more about a political agenda than the well-being of most vulnerable people in Australian society. If they oppose my inquiry, then the question should be asked, what are they afraid of? The answer is simple. Labor, are you afraid of the evidence that will emerge to expose this cult for what it is? They're afraid they'll be exposed as complicit in the experimentation which has been proven to destroy lives. Mark my words, if the Labor, the Greens and others in the Senate deny this inquiry, those responsible will not escape accountability. Nuremberg 2.0. History and the Australian people will condemn you. Them? Then? Let us act now in the best interest of Australian children and families and make sure healthcare in this nation is based on clinical evidence rather than ideology and political agendas. And that was the whole speech. Okay, now if I go back, please. Yeah, thank you. Okay, and then we're back to where I started yesterday with the idiot who was blocking transphobes left, right and centre. Good, she needs to delete most people. Oh dear, okay. Let's have a look what's going on here. Oh, I didn't go back to the beginning. Oh, yep, no, I'm back there. It's okay. Okay. What have we got? We've got, hey Dealey, MJ, how you going? Alex said, good, I hope more and more people continue to come out. MJ said, yeah, I got to the beach, so I am happy, hope you have a snack, no shakes tonight. Alex said, like I said yesterday, that's indecent exposure. I thought they arrested people for that. Now it's being waved in our faces. Alex said, I understand nudist beaches and stuff, but they are dedicated spots that people consent to. MJ said, foster children started waking me up years ago. Alex said, I have a foster brother. He turned 22 yesterday. We've had him since he was 7. D. Lee said, yes, Alex, it used to be an indecent exposure charge. Yes. It did. Okay. MJ said, that date, September the 12th. Poor baby. David said, well, you are full of surprises, Heather. Just found you by chance again. Howdy, y'all from Western Australia to the new Antarctica. I know, it's freezing, isn't it? It is. I'm freezing. Alex said, so sad, poor boy. Yeah, he reminds me of one of my grandsons, okay? That little face. And that's just, it bothered me. It really bothered me. Hey, Dan Markle Sr. and David. Okay. Alex said they are all at it. Seems the better the job, the bigger the cover-up. And it's the cover-up that always gets them. Alex said that old chestnut just looked like him. MJ said, heck to the no. No new FBI building. MJ said FBI on those laptops too, me guess. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The reason they haven't investigated it. Why else would they not? They're involved. Some of the people in the higher positions may be involved. That's what they're holding over their head to make sure they do what they're told. Alex said yes with his insurance frazzle. MJ said his hair is receding, same. Hey Luna, how you going? Alex said they have the same ears and nose too, lol. Everyone's saying, hello Luna. Luna said, very moist today, it is here too. It's raining. Alex said he realised he was being filmed and dropped the window. MJ said, no offence, but gays know all about the parks. We all know this. Out to lunch said, I'm late again. Hey, out to lunch. Fred loves Donna and Donna loves Fred. MJ said, nope, on time. D. Lee said, right on time, out to lunch. Captain Whippersnapper said, I found some most incriminating evidence of this not so long ago as well, MJ, unfortunately. Captain Whippersnapper said, hi there, Alex, nice to hear from you. Sal, how you going? Out to lunch, said Missile. I reckon so too. It looked more like a missile. And seriously, how can you fly a plane that quick down that low? You get caught. Something would happen, surely. Because, I mean, even expert pilots have said they couldn't do it. Sal said, no planes hit the towers, a missile hit the Pentagon. It's old potato cam, Hev. MJ said they flash you, Captain, or approach in a bathroom, among other things. A park I grew up near was called... Oh, really, MJ? We had a park around the corner from where I grew up. And the toilets there were known for creeps. We didn't know what kind of creeps. We just knew they were creeps, so we stayed away from it, especially at night time. Alex said, I was thinking that about blurry videos the other day. Yeah, all the really important footage you need to see is normally blurry. I wonder why that is. Why is it? When we have such good technology, they should be able to pinpoint everything. Look at Google Earth. And you're telling me that this is what they've got. Okay. Sal said the Ukraine war was over within a week of it starting, then it went underground to fight the hybrid army, clean up the underground city under Kiev. Hey George, how you going? Zal said Paul McCartney is of higher degree than the usual Freemasons. MJ said he needs colonoscopy more. Alex said these people are demented, men don't have a V. Out to lunch said prostate exam more like it. Well, it depends if they've had the surgery, right? If they've actually had that surgery, which, oh, I couldn't even imagine. Anyway, if they have, a gynecologist is still not going to be able to help them. They need to go to a trans specialist clinic or something where they got it done. I don't know. It's just strange. Zal's message was retracted. MJ said, super classy dude, broad. George said they are deluded. Dan Markle Sr. said, needs his head examined. Zal said, I'd tell that stupid bloke dressed up as a woman to go see a shrink. Out to lunch said, the surgeon more like it. Out to lunch said, nope. Was that my question as to whether any of you would go out with that manly looking woman? Was anyone attracted to the manly looking woman? Oh, out to lunch said nope. Zal said it needs a bullet. Oh, Captain Whippersnapper said he doesn't know biology. MJ said, Kai, if you are in here, say hi. If not, you should come back. We miss you, Kai. Sherry said, hey, have family. Wasn't expecting a live tonight. I know, Sherry. How you going? There was too much news going on that I had to come in. Yep. So I'll just keep doing that. It's too much news, I've got to come on live. Zal said the Ukrainian army killing their own citizens and filming it, putting it out as war footage. MJ said, Zal, you know what is there? And Sherry's saying hello to everyone. Everyone's saying hello, Sherry. Oh, I'm shaking. It's cold. Holy guacamole. My fireplace is on, but my door's shut. So it's freezing in this room. Zal said there's a dimensional doorway in Antarctica that the demonics have been using to feed off us, human trafficking via Australia, but they've been pushed out and sent away by a coalition of forces. Interesting, Zal. Captain Whippersnapper said, hope you're enjoying a lovely summer so far. It's winter here in Australia and I'm freezing. What's the temperature? That says 6 degrees, so that means it's actually 5 degrees, because for some reason, all weather stations that are digital, they add 1 degree Celsius. I'm telling you. Mark my words, they do. Zal said a democracy in mainstream form is mob rules encouraged by the elite for easier control. Yep, exactly. Captain Whippersnapper said, hi there, George. Nice to hear from you. Great-grandpa was named George. He was a carpenter. Go the Carpenters. Sherry said, I'm enjoying my summer. Decided to try raising ducks. Quite an experience. Oh, that would be. I like chickens because I think they're tamer than ducks. Don't ducks go after you? Don't they chase you? I don't know. George said, I was named after my granddad, Captain. Oh, there you go. Captain Whippersnapper said, my great-grandpa, George. Sorry, my screen is cracked. Alex said, I love these cartoons. Oh, Pauline Hanson's ones. It's like nearly watching The Simpsons, you know? Kind of. Maybe not as funny because it's real life. I mean, you know, they're going off things that are really happening. Well, Simpsons do too. Look at that. Look back at it. They predicted a lot of stuff. Captain Whippersnapper said he has your white T-bird with red interior and used to take me for rides in it when I was 4 years old. Captain Whippersnapper said, hope you're having a great summer so far as well. I hope you guys are having a good summer. I'm waiting for a good winter. I'm waiting for snow. If it's going to be this cold, it might as well snow. Come on. Zal said Antarctica was a subtropical landmass before the freezers were brought in to shut down our dome off and our vibration was lowered to 3D. Zal said those cartoons are awesome. Zal said the truth will come out one day, MJ. MJ said the evil he talked about, just wondered. Hey, Nicey Glover, how you going? And Selena, how you going? Zal said, MJ, we've been shut down and our true nature compressed for about 6,000 odd years. There's a demonic realm that's been seeking access into our realm and influences those wishing to be powerful, etc. D. Lee said, Trump's saying, no, this is real. Is that what you think? The casting thing? The casting? MJ said, sex offender is charged for people who pee on highway, etc. They deserve the same. George said, I've had enough of Pride Month. Yeah, it's nearly over. Oh, Zal said, Joe Jamal showed the degenerate displays in the New South Wales State Library funded by public tax dollars. Truly sickening. Oh, no. George said, next it'll be Pride Year. Oh, well, you had one of the politicians saying Pride season. Bloody idiots. Luna said, wow, my sound just stopped working. Suddenly had to leave the live and come back before it would work again. Oh, really? I get that with black screens sometimes. The screen goes black and it won't come back on until I shut it and reopen it. Captain Whippersnapper said those chemtrails dry out the trees from the inside and also your plants. If they're rained on, they'll dry out. It's not good. Yep. MJ said, I don't know whether you're saying stupid tweet or stupid twat. Whoops. Could be me. My nose is running. It's so cold, my nose is running. Zal said all those beautiful Anastasias there in Russia. George said this woman is talking out of her behind. MJ said anorexia manosa. Zal said Beckham equals yucko. MJ said Posh has had a pee-pee. You never know. Could be. But imagine that, like, you can't just get out of a car and go into the shop. You've got to, like, make sure your bag is right. You make sure your makeup's right in the window so you can see, you know. And then... I couldn't imagine it. I just could not imagine it. Sherry said loved his son so much he used him to make millions. Dealey said they're just pretending to be important. Posh Spice. Yeah, isn't that Beckham, Victoria Beckham? Is it? Or not? I'm pretty sure that was. James said, want to see you next Tuesday. How you going, James? Zal said, note the skin hue once again. Zal said those pigs are going to be sued to oblivion. MJ said when cops are ding-dongs. Dealey said, of course it's Illinois. George said a lawsuit. Yeah, I don't know how, like, seriously. I don't know how they get the wrong house. I don't know. I've never been in a raid or anything, but how the hell do they get the wrong house? Seriously. Luna said, I'd be suing the living hell out of every single one of them, that's for sure. Yeah, I'd be getting all their badge numbers, their names, everything. And honestly, they're not supposed to be kicking a door down without the paperwork in the beginning. MJ said, not admissible, take the pick, you got no warrant. Simone, how you going? James said you ain't getting any help in the UK. Oh, no. George said, hi, Simone. Zal said citizen justice groups need to be created. Yeah, bring back, what do you call it? Citizen's arrest. Bring that back. Oh my goodness, my nose is running like a tap. MJ said, Simone, did you get a notification or did you look? I'm curious if you got a vibe to look. Ah, okay, whether you got a notification or you just had this thought and bit of look. Simone said, hey Luna, and Shannon said, g'day from the Riverland, South Australia. How you going, Shannon? Simone said, Jay, it was on my thread. Sal said, Pauline Hanson needs to expose who's driving this trans BS here in Australia. Simone said, hi Shannon, and Sal said, g'day George, and everyone's saying hello. Shannon said, sneaky starting without me, lol. I did try and tell people yesterday I might be here tomorrow, so that's today, so I'm going to try it. Look, if I got enough news to report on, I'm going to come on every day this week, okay? If there's enough news going on, then I'll be here. That's my plan. Unless something unforeseen happens. Out to lunch said, patience for life. MJ said, yep. Shannon said, suicide rate of 42. Hey, David, how you going? Sal said, are all these doctors the same ones that jumped on the coof bandwagon for all the kickbacks and benefits of pushing it? Yeah, are they getting paid to do this? Are they getting extra bonuses, certain doctors and nurses for, and maybe psychologists for the more trans go through there? I don't know. Seems to be the way it works, though. Sal said, this trans BS is a mind virus. Yep. I agree. Sherry said, it took 4 years of psychology and there's no way I would see any of this ideology as healthy for children mentally or physically. It's all about the money, not mental health. Yeah, that's what I think. They're being paid. The more... Okay. Like they're paid for all the things, right? They get paid every time they give one. They get bonuses. Well, how about if a child comes in and then you find that they are, what if they get paid bonuses too? That's what I think happens. Sal said it's pushing a demonic agenda, Sherry. Behind it hides a more sinister state of affairs of the truth of our reality. And it brings home too that, like, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money itself, but for the love of money is the root of all evil. So people who love money, who would do all this stuff for money, are evil. MJ said some kids will just do this for attention, to get attention. Yeah, because social media is making it trendy. It's like a trend. They used to happen. They've always happened. Trends have always happened, but it's like a trend, but this is much more nefarious. Yeah. Okay, where am I up to? Zal said destruction of the family unit is prime. Yeah, they want to get rid of the nuclear family. David said our son is 23, however I happened to ask him about school only once. Anyway, he looked at me puzzled and said, continue. Zal said you have to question why these politicians are championing this insanity. What are they standing to gain out of this? I reckon they're money. I don't know. I reckon they're being paid off. All of them. George said, as far as I'm concerned, there is only two genders. Yep. David said, Dad's... Oh, okay, hang on. So... He looked at me puzzled and said, Dad, there's 3 lads in my class who've come out, but he knows they are not. I was lost right there. Wow. Sal said, these people want to eat flesh. Alex said, Miss Lowe's of the chat trying to multitask. Davis said, just in my short time on Earth, things have been changing without any consultation whatsoever with us. Yeah, they're driving it. They are steering society. Social engineering and steering us a certain way. And none of us like it. So Davis said, doing well there, Alex? And Alex is saying, hey, David. And so many children just vanish. Yeah, they do. Too many children vanish, and I'm wondering when it's going to come out that the children are being taken. And yeah, I'm waiting for that, because you know then people are going to go off. Davis said someone's taking advantage of us while we attempt to hold it down, mate. Yep. Sherry said it's all about the Depop and however they can get it done. Most politicians have a stake in Big Pharma, follow the money. Yep. I agree, Sherry, very much. Alex said, could do with a good storm here. It's so humid. David said, I so hope not, Sherry. Hey, Judy, how you doing? Captain Whippersnapper said, MJ, that's the sad truth. And everyone's saying, hello, Judy. Alex said, I thought it looked like a missile. David Camera said, of course, trans is 100% about selfish things. Yeah. It's fetish. For children, I believe they're fetishizing it. For children. Well, imagine wanting to push your ideology onto children. You know, it doesn't matter whether you're straight, gay, whatever. You just don't do that to children. They're children. You leave them alone. Like, not leave them, you know what I mean? You don't do that to them. My God. Alex said, yeah, it makes it difficult to see if it's a hoax. Wish people would hoax, as I think there are enough real things. Oh, wouldn't hoax, as you think there's enough real things out there. David said, Macca wrote a decent tune, though. Scouse person here. Oh, cool. MJ said the City Hall had a level like a basement where bathrooms were. Was known as a grab kids in 60s, 70s and 80s. My dad warned me. He knew when he was young on top of the parks. City freaking Hall. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think a lot of people had an area they knew to stay away because there were creepy people there. Especially at night, but I used to stay away. I used to run home to go to the bathroom because it was only around the corner, so I didn't like using those bathrooms at all. And they stunk. It's like no one ever cleaned them. Menacing Muskrat, how you going? MJ said sauce on Worcestershire sauce. I am Kai said missing you. Oh, God love you, I am Kai. God love you. Dealey said, hey Muskrat. MJ said, Kai. Alex said, hey, I'm Kai, good to see you. Dealey said, Kai, miss you. Hey, MRE, how you going? Alex said, how is your back? I am Kai. And Alex said, hey, MRE. Sherry said, hey, Kai. MRE said, heaven sent, God bless you too, MRE. Judy said, sending love and prayers, Kai. I am Kai said, I had a rather bad seizure a night before last. Sort of aware. I hope you're okay, Kai. Honestly, we're all praying for you. David Cameron said, hey, MRE. And MRE said, ducks attack. Lol, they do? I thought they did. I'm a bit, like, I'm not scared of chickens, but ducks? I don't know. I know they've got a beak, and I don't know, would it hurt? Probably. Be like pinching someone. Captain Whippersnapper said, thanks, Hev. Sorry to hear that. Hope you're staying warm. Yeah, I'm normally warm when I've got my door open, but just when I'm live streaming, I shut the door so that outside noise doesn't come in. And the window's shut, and everything's shut, but it's just freezing in here compared to out there. And everyone's saying, hello, David, MJ. And Alex said, sorry to hear that, Aunt Kai. Hope you're okay. Your seizures are so crazy. Yeah, they are. Praying for you, Aunt Kai, seriously. David said, Kai, I'm so sorry to hear that. I too have a condition and sympathise. Oh, really? Oh, guys. Pray for everyone. We need med beds. We need those, well, or something that equals a med bed, whether it can be some sort of light therapy, heat therapy. What else was there? I know there's ways to fix diseases, but the big pharma won't let that come out because they lose money. Their business will go down the gurgler if they cure everyone. So they're not going to let that happen. It looks like they're going down with the ship. But we will find out soon, I think, in the next few years, that there are things that we can do that'll make us feel better and that take away a lot of diseases, believe it or not. A lot of it's been given to us. I am Kai said, much love, guys. I'm going to lay here and listen. Oh, okay, I am Kai. Thank you for talking to us to let us know that you're still here and all right. MJ said, so sorry, Kai. MJ said, hello, my brats. Dealey said, Kai, so glad you have Tony. Yes. And much love to Tony as well for looking after you. MRA said snow you love. I know, I love snow too. I'm just waiting for it. We kind of had like 1 minute worth of snow the other night. But it was like just 1 minute and it was gone. It turned back to rain again. So we get it once in a blue moon up here. Normally we get at least one fall a year. One snowfall. Either that or I really want to go to Threadbow and stay in one of the cabins down there and have the snow all around me for a few days. I'd love that. And George said, hi, Kai. And MRE said we didn't get much snow this year. Oh, really? I've got a funny feeling we may not. It's colder than normal up here, but we're not getting as much snow, and I don't know why. Alex said, I was thinking that, sending love and prayers to you, Tony, and I am Kai. David said, how you going, mate? How you doing, mate? MRE, getting very hot over here and forecast is worse. Oh, I sympathise. I can't handle when it gets too hot. I'm like the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm melting. It's too hot. I'm Irish, see, so I'm from a cold area and then come to Australia and you just go, I don't know if I like this. I am Kai said, thanks so much, guys. Means more than you know. Menacing Muskrat said, hi, I'm Kai. How's it going? MRE said, I want to see that notebook of Biden's daughter. Yes. David said, takes one to understand, Kai. I want to see that. Like, I don't really want to see the footage on these laptops, but I think the people need to be aware of what it is. It's going to be hard for anyone who looks at it. If the New York PD, NYPD, went and threw up, and they're seasoned officers who see worse than most of us will ever see in a lifetime, and they went and threw up, I can't imagine what... I can't imagine there's anything I really want to see on there other than we need to know for ourselves. Need proof. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing... I'll see if I can dig that notebook of Biden's daughter up, the diary. Because people were reporting on it, so there has to be a copy somewhere. David said, takes one to understand, Kai. I am Kai said, it's going. Not smooth, but going. Just hang in there, I am Kai. I swear, I swear. Alex said, I've seen trees with fires inside them. I've seen that too. And I believe that is from them spraying the skies. As whoever was saying it dries out the trees. David said, never going to happen, MRE. Alex said, not in real life, just in videos. MRE said, all Preds need the right... Yeah, they do. They do. Completely. MJ said, you got it, Hev. That was Ari Anna Navarro, 100%. Yep. Alex said, life. MRE said, I know, David. I am Kai said, turns out sleep loss can trigger seizures. Oh, I am Kai. Yes, definitely get lots of good sleep. If you can. MRE said, lol. MJ said, posh, posh, posh. Imagine. Yeah, can you, seriously, don't just get out the car and go into the, you just get out the car and you go. Instead, she has to get out the car, handbag. That's how I think all models walk like. I don't know why, it's exaggerated, but... they get their shoulders swinging there. I don't know. Sherry said, ducks don't chase you, but geese do, and I have 2 of those. They got off on me at the place I got them. They told me they were ducks. Couldn't tell they were still little. Oh, no. You got had. Oh, no. Oh. You got geese. Oh, no. David said, really, Kai, that makes sense, but opens up a whole lot of new issues. MRE said, geese attack, Sherry. George said, yes, Posh Spice is Victoria Beckham. Thank you. MRE said, a goose bit my dad. Oh, no. Well, see, I've got this wild turkey running around my yard, and he's built a massive, massive nest. He's doing my gardening for me. He is raking my whole garden. In fact, the garden that I just had with all the tomatoes and everything in it, he's completely taken all the topsoil off and moved it across the yard. A fair way, just by scratch. You know? Oh my God. So, but he hasn't attacked me yet, see? But I'm worried because he's now nesting. And if he does find a partner, will he attack me if I go near it? Because he's got a pretty sharp beak on him, that turkey. Sherry said I'll be having goose for Thanksgiving, I guess. I feel like turkey. But I don't want to hurt him. He's cute. Alex said, bet they didn't have to pay for any damage either for breaking and entering an illegal raid. Oh, yeah. Normally they don't, do they? They don't pay for damages. David said, Sherry, try telling our Canada geese and mallards who stalk you for food. Oh, no. Okay, where am I? Okay, the whole chat just jumped. Okay, way back. I was way back. Okay. Where am I up to? David said, I predict a week about the Chinese balloon. Yeah, they're just flying across the US, apparently. No one cares. Well, they're selling, out to China anyway. Like, our government's already sold us out to China. You're on the list, so... Alex said, the news is coming out fast, yeah. MJ said, how do you sleep at night hurting children? This is how I know we're not the same. Yeah, I don't know how anyone could sleep at night having hurt children. I don't know how. MRE said, amen, MJ. George said they have sold their soul. MRE said only a satanic beast could do that. Exactly. Menacing Muskrat said, ever since the September 23, 2017 signs, events have been coming out and getting quicker, just like birth pains. We are in the book of Revelation. It's full steam ahead. I Am Kai said, the people doing the dirt will, every one of us, without batting an eye. Alex said, some people are monsters, MJ. And Menacing Muskrat is asking Shannon, how's Socks? How's your little cat, Socks? MRE said, sick world. I Am Kai said, it's going to be a real contest on who gets who first. David said, we're almost telling or allowing our children a cop-out. MJ said, Alex, can you imagine a world without monsters? I could cry over their shite. David said, frightening times for sure. Simone said, police tried getting in our home during COVID, but we jammed the wood plank under the handle. They got a key from landlord, but got stuck in a lock. They had a fab standoff for 45 minutes. We'd be protesting a lot. You know what you do? You get those door stoppers, you know, the ones that are like a triangle that go, and you shove them under the front and back door. They have to break a window to get in then. I don't know what's better or worse. Oh. Nursing Muskrat said, Blood Falls, Antarctica. Yes, has anyone ever seen the Blood Falls at Antarctica? I always question that place. It's the throne room of Lucy. Ooh, that sounds interesting. MJ said, say Captain Whippersnapper fast 5. I couldn't do it. I'd be changing it from Whippersnapper to Whippersnippers. Simone said, reckon they were checking us out and just found a couple of oldies, lol. Captain Whippersnapper said, much love, Hev. MRE said they all should burn. Oh, they should. And we still haven't got one arrest from Ghislaine Maxwell's trafficking children to apparently nobody. Yep, I'm still waiting. We really want that. George said, hi, Menacing. Alex said, I pray we're going to see it soon. I would cry with joy too. MRE said, hurt kids or women, rope. Yeah, I agree. I really agree. I do. Elderly, animals, I reckon, all the same. David said, oh, don't go there, Hev. Where was I going? Menacing Muskrat said, hi, George, how you all doing? D. Lee said, we are good people and that's why we could never understand them or what they do. We cannot fathom their evil. Yeah, you can't even, like, comprehend how someone could do anything like that. At all. Okay, I Am Kai said, Lucy is in Switzerland, beautiful and peaceful and neutral. I Am Kai said, ruling family of Switzerland. Simone said, hey, I'm Kai, great to see you. George said, I'm okay, thanks, menacing, how are you? And MJ said, Kai, I'm glad you're here. MRE said, I love trolling that pedo Todd Nicker. Said, oh, yes, he's a swine. Yes. Honestly, yeah, I probably would too. Menacing Muskrat said, we are okay, we have lots of forest fires around us, look up the Donny Creek fire. MRE said, I will say a prayer. Alex said, I heard swans can break arms and geese aren't much smaller. Really? I am Kai said, I'm hoping that the seizures are caused by extended sleep loss. Decades ago, some jobs call for 4 or 5 days straight. Oh my goodness. I could not go for 4 or 5 days straight without sleep. It'd be worse than I was drunk. I'd be comatose. I'd be like sleeping, standing up with my eyes open. I just could not do that. Shannon said, ducks are called cobra chickens in they can attack, but it doesn't hurt. It's all flapping and bluster. Okay. I was thinking that because it'd feel more like, they don't have teeth. It'd feel more like pinching, you know, like pinching your skin. D. Lee said, healing with vibrations and frequencies. That's, look, there are cures out there, I'm telling you. We just have to hang in there or keep looking and we'll find it eventually. MJ said, I love ducks, always have. I can see the ducks now because I've got my glasses. But even these glasses now, things are starting to get blurry. I only got them a couple of months ago. MRE said, we got no snow in RI. Messing Muskrat said, heaven sent, you're going to do another snow angel for us. If it snows, I will. If it snows enough, like, sometimes it snows where there's patch here, patch there. The last snowfall we had was, like, pretty good last year. Shannon said, I may fall asleep, just finished midnight shift. Okay, Shannon. MRE said, same here, Hev. George said, feel better soon, Kai. I'm Kai said, I think I'm going to lay back down. Yeah, go lay down, I'm Kai. Don't push yourself. Seriously. Alex said, yeah, I'm really tired tonight. Sleep well if you do, Shannon. MJ said, good night, Shannon. You're not cracking jokes. You must be tired. MRE said, night, Shannon. And Menacing's still asking, Shannon, how's socks? Okay. I'm Kai said, night, guys. May the God, the creator of creation, bless and keep us all, and may the force be with you. You too, I am Kai. Alex said, I always wondered how a tree could burn from the inside. MJ said, oh, Biden's daughter talked about police state when Obama was president. Gunner's wife, y'all, she knows a lot. Ooh, interesting. Alex said that could be the answer. MRE said, I must go. God bless, heaven sent. MJ, great seeing you. David, night, bro. You too, MRE. Have a good one. MJ said, mob rats, come back. David said, always a pleasure, mate, and God bless. Zal said, the gunner's wife hasn't posted for yonks. Alex said, good night and God bless. I am Kai. Hope you feel better soon. Oh, jumped again. Okay, I'm back to where I was up to. Shannon said, probably frazzle drip on Wiener's laptop. Yes. I don't know. I seen a video that was supposed to be that, but I'm not sure if it was that. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to see that. Whew, my stomach's going berserk. Menacing Muskrat said, geese are the best guard animals on earth. Really? I wonder if my turkey would be protective if I keep feeding him. MJ said, Zal, it's all there though. Dealey said, take care, Kai, sleep well. David said, I know it's a terrible question, but are your meds settled, Kai? MJ said, pounce like a cat. She will be back, I think. Zal said, just put the hose on the turkey if he goes feral, Hev. Thank you. I remember, I remember someone saying that. Menacing Muskrat said, rest well, Kai. Love and hugs and prayers being sent your way. Out to lunch said, Hev, did you say something about a guy helping out if it's a male turkey? There you go. Helping out well if it's a male turkey. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I needed a guy to help me with gardening. I got a male turkey. He's doing it. David said, we had an uncle, I'm told, who emigrated to Australia in the 1960s. 1 pound pommies and no one ever heard of it. Really? Oh no. Oh, my stomach is absolutely going berserk. Simone said, that turkey has won your heart, Hev. How's your egg supply from your chooks? Down a little bit because it's getting cold and winter and all that. So I'm getting like 1 to 2 a day. No, 1 to 3. Sometimes there's 3. Sometimes there's 1. Sometimes there's 2. So yeah, it's up and down. But look, the guy that I bought them from said, if they don't lay now in winter, they'll start in spring. So... Alex said, take care, Murray. I am Kai said, no meds at the moment. The Keppra hit me with every single side effect. I don't know what the doctor's doing. I'm guessing he's waiting on the neurologist. MJ said, good night, Kai. Come back with Tony. I am Kai said, night, guys. Davis said, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And I too rejected Keppra. Best wishes to you, though, Kai. Everyone's saying Kai, best wishes to Kai. MJ said, oh, menacing, I missed that. I saw pics. That is where Kerry went, right? Blood Falls. David Cameron said, exactly, yes, very quiet now, Hev, regarding Epstein. Yep, I'm going to keep my eyes open and see if I can't find something. MJ and Obama, Hillary and Buzz was medic vac out. He freaked out. Yep. Alex said, I wonder if she's still in prison. Alex said, have you heard that creepy pastor of the sleep deprivation experiment? I think I have. Can't remember exactly what it's about, but I think I've listened to it before. I'd have to re-listen to it. D. Lee said, Muskrat Buzz also said what he encountered was pure evil. That's exactly right. Where I'm up to. Alex said, I hope that's just a story. MJ said, I remember seeing pics in John Kerry. They were doing bad stuff. Doorway to hell, possibly? Never know. George said, I've seen the videos of dogs trying to stay awake. Funny. Have you seen ones of toddlers? That's like me, okay? I'd be sleeping at the, like, sitting up with my eyes open, sleeping. Nursing Muskrat said, Dealey, yes, Buzz freaked out and they tried to take it off the internet. Hey, Carl, how you going? Hey, Deb, how you going? Menacing Muskrat saying, yeah, where's the gunner's wife? She hasn't posted forever. Deb said, I'll have to go back to the start. Menacing Muskrat said, geese are very territorial and the Whiskey Brewery in Scotland, great story. Alex said, he's like your bouncer on the door. Yeah, he's my door man. Except he can't open and shut the doors to let the cats in and out. That's the only problem, okay? So other than that, he's good. MJ said, menacing, it isn't a new vid. It was saying how Biden's daughter knew about police state coming on camera talking to Daddy during one of Obama's speeches. Deb said, hey, Dealey. MJ said, Deb, Shannon couldn't stay awake for the weather report. Alex said, where they end up eating each other, sleep deprivation. Oh, yep, I do. I remember, yep, creepypasta. Yes, I did hear that one. Yes, yep. Deb said 10 a.m. Adelaide, not moist AU. It is now 10:57 a.m. It is very moist outside. It's raining. And I'm going to leave it there and I'm going to go, guys. But I should be back hopefully tomorrow if there's more news. So it seems like a lot of news is coming out all at the same time at the moment. So I might jump on every day if I can. Okay. Deb said I should have checked Hev was on. Menacing Muskrat said that's why there was the NZ earthquakes when she lost. Alex said it's 1:57 a.m. there. David said the other JFK, John Francis Kerry. Oh. Shannon said I'm still awake. Only just. Menacing Muskrat says she lost and the residents in Antarctica lost too. Wow, really? Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And it was moist and foggy last night, Shannon said. Alex said it's a horror story, especially if it's true or someone has a twisted mind. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign out. I'll see you maybe tomorrow. Hopefully. Okay, bye, guys.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago. but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.